Bingo. You know it's going to rain all day.
Yes, it is.
So you can't go out today.
Oh, no.
You can't have any bananas either because I didn't pick them up in the store.
Oh, wait a minute, Lou, you eat bananas.
Well, there aren't any. Not my fault. I started building robots back in 1969.
My name is Bingo.
And who do you work for, Bingo?
I work for Lou.
My name is Lou Nasti. I'm an animator. I build mechanical displays for Christmas, Halloween, and amusement parks. I've worked for many of the major department stores throughout the United States. In my lifetime, probably over 10,000 mechanical figures I've built. Prior to building the robots, I started making puppets at about 5 years old. As time went on, I started to make them mechanically move by finding all kinds of gadgets that I could use because I didn't have any formal training. I learned how to build things because of the desire to make it work. No one really sells robotic parts. I took telephones apart, I took televisions apart, I took baby carriages apart, and little by little, I started to make it come together. So they were primitive, but they functioned. They did work. My horse is just about completed. I installed the motors, which activates the head from side to side, and there's a secondary motor in here which activates the tail. When I was 18, I built a robot, and I was on the front page of the New York Times, and my life changed right after that. I realized that this is a way to make a living, and it's fun. So I was able to build a mechanical elf or a mechanical snowman. Boom, you got something moving. And then as the years went on, I made them more sophisticated. I did 2 movements or 3 movements. I started making talking figures by having somebody with a mic talk and do that. As time went on, I was able to control voice-controlled movement.
Oh, no, I could go up to 8 feet tall, 60 feet wide.
Wow, you could be a pretty big tree. Sound would activate current, current would turn on a circuit, and the circuit would activate the mouth.
Well, hi, folks. I guess you're all wondering why I've asked you here today.
Hello, folks.
Which is called sound synchronization.
Anybody? I could talk. I could sing.
Can you answer questions?
Oh, yes, I could answer questions.
I can have a conversation with a robot, but it's not real. If I can't get a banana, would you like a potato?
No.
No potato. Okay, 1 potato?
2 potatoes.
1 banana.
1 banana.
2 banana.
3 bananas, what?
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 potato? I got you confused. Back when I started making figures talk, people were looking like, how do you do that?
You're pretty smart.
I'm very smart, Lou.
Aha! Well, people ask me all the time, you're going to retire? Because I work as often as I do. I work 7 days a week. I'm here every day, Saturday and Sunday. And I say, no, I'm not working. I don't call this work. I love it. You know, if you love your work, it's not work. I've been honored by working for probably every department store in the United States. When I started hearing about the stores dying, it was the end of an era. And I was young in business. And it was sad to see these companies go. I grew up in those stores. I grew up with those display people creating the magic that they wanted, and they were gone. And little by little, I had to come to terms with finding new clients to accommodate the need for my company to stay alive. The power of curiosity is what drives you. I think it's the driving force behind my doing what I do because I have to understand how things work. The most rewarding project is when you can work with a client and you accomplish above and beyond what their wildest dream was. I made Pinocchio for a restaurant many, many years ago in Brooklyn called Pinocchio's. And when I built that, the people in the restaurant started calling me Geppetto. Having gray hair, glasses, and this little bushy mustache over here, it doesn't hurt. I mean, I did play the part, right? I took it to the bank. I have built the most unbelievable displays over the years where I stand across the street from the store when the windows open and I watch people looking and admiring it. And I never say that I get it. I just sit there and listen to the comments. That to me is very rewarding. Geppetto made a lot of people happy over the years.